Today I'm going to show you how you can germinate and grow your own cherries from fruit you've picked up from the store or a cherry you might have nicked from your neighbour's back garden. Welcome back to Green Thumb's Garden and another video. My name's Alex, and if this is your first time here and you love gardening, horticulture, self-sufficiency and DIY, then make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you don't miss a single thing. So growing your own cherries is dead simple. The only thing you're really going to need is, well, some cherries and some wire cutters if you've got some like this. They're quite cheap. You'll be able to pick some up in your hardware shop for about £5, and it'll make the process a lot easier of removing that hard outer shell. Come close and I'll show you how we do it. So we've got here a cherry. I don't know if some of you needed that explaining. And here we've got the little nuts what are inside, or should I say the little bones. That hard little outer shell. You see that? That's what we need to take off. When we take that off, then we've got a little tiny seed inside. So I'm going to show you how we can do that quite easy. Get the little cherry seed, and where it's finished, where you can just get a bit of traction with your wire cutters, you just want to, just right on the end. You don't want to go like this, otherwise you'll chop that little seed in half. You just want to snip it right at the end, like that. You see that? And it'll just snap it in half, and you'll get out that little tiny knot. So take another little knot, get your pliers and find a little bit where you can kind of get a bit of a grip, and just right at the end, can you see, like that? You just, there, like that. And you see there, we don't damage then the seed inside. Want it right on the edge, like that, and it cracks open quite easy. And oh look, no seed in that one, being ripped off. Take that back to Mercadona tomorrow, complain. So you can see our little cherry seeds there, they've been cracked out of their shell. Now we're going to stick them in a glass of water. So what we want to do now, we've got our little seeds out of them hard shells, is rehydrate them by dropping them in a glass of water, and they'll be able to plump up, rehydrate, and you'll see when they start settling down at the bottom, that means they'll be ready. It'll take about 3-4 hours, don't be in a rush. And then what you want to do then is damp up a piece of kitchen towel, run it under the tap and squeeze it, give it a good squeeze out so for any extra moisture, and then place your seeds on that kitchen towel as you see here, and give it a little bit of sprinkle if you like with some cinnamon, and that will help reduce any fungus growth, because this is going to take quite a little bit of time to germinate in our fridge. Cherries need to be stratified, so you need to put them in the fridge so they get that cold weather feeling. So stick that now in a bit of aluminium kitchen foil, put the date, and now place it into your fridge. It's going to take a few months before they start to germinate. I started some a few months ago. We're going to go and open that up right now and take a look at them. Before I do, we've got a quick word from our sponsor. So Maz Hydro is kindly sponsoring the creation of this video. They make all kinds of affordable grow lights that are full spectrum, meaning they can be used to grow your plants from seedlings to flowering without the use of different bulbs. Their latest models have some awesome features with the daisy chain option, easy dimmer switch function, and the latest LED technology. Maz Hydro also makes some great quality grow tents and other indoor growing accessories to meet your needs. So be sure to check the link if you're interested in the description, and you can have a look at what they have to offer. So let's take a look at the seeds that we've already germinated. These cherry seeds were started in September last year, and I've already had a cheeky look a few days ago when, well, they should have been planted a month ago. They've really started to grow. You see, look at the seeds on there, the roots. They look like massive bean sprouts. So we're going to have to be very careful taking that out because some of the roots have already started to grow into the tissue paper. It's been well overdue, but they'll be fine. We're going to get these planted up now, and I'll show you how we do it. So fill some pots with some potting soil, some nice good quality potting soil, and then we're just going to give them a little bit of water before we put our seeds in there. So when we do water it, our seeds are not getting all chucked all over the place. Then once you've watered them pots, we want to gently pick up some seeds. So we want to make a hole with our chopstick, which is about as deep as the root. And ideally, if you do this, check on your seeds much sooner. I reckon in December, we put these in the fridge in September, and I reckon December they would have been ready for doing what we're doing right now. But we've left it a little bit long, but it should be all right once they take to this soil. So we're gonna put our seeds in like that and just cover it as gentle as possible. Don't forget, they're very delicate. When you're taking it out of that tissue paper, if your seeds have grown a little bit big, like they have done with us today, then you've got to be really careful taking them out. Let's get another one. So we've got another one here. Look at this. They're well overdue, man. Well overdue. Okay, stick him in there like that. Get him all wrapped up, snugly bugly. Like that. See that one? Yeah. We'll just add as well that when you drop your seed in the hole and we fill it in, we want to make sure that the root has as much contact with the soil as possible. We don't want the root inside to have air pockets where it could potentially dry out. So when we drop it in the hole, we just want to kind of try and close up that hole that we created so that the root is getting moisturized and doesn't get dry. So now we want to put our little cherry seedlings in a bright window where they can soak up the sun and they're protected from extreme weather fluctuations and hard rains and winds. They're not ready for that kind of treatment. We want to get them grown a little bit first and get some strength behind them. I'm going to be sticking mine under my grow lights, and I'm going to let you know how they get on in the next few weeks, and we'll have some future updates. If you want to know how to grow lychee, the strange weird little fruit that looks like a miniature dragon egg, then click this link here on your right. Guys, as always, it's been a pleasure. Hit that subscribe button. If you want to do the channel a favour and you want to support the channel, then share this video with your friends. That's all I ask. Guys, thanks, and I'll talk to you next time.